not even that serious. It's some rap at the end of the day. Dolph not here because of some rap. Somebody got mad. Or you know what? Let me not even, because I don't know the facts, because the facts are not just plainly clear. But if I were to guess based on the history of things, rap, bro, a song or two, some ego. No. Let's take that. Let's break that down even more. Ego. He not here because of ego. That's a spirit. If anybody just want to call a spade, it's a spirit. And he's not here because of some ego. And even if you say, well, he possessed the ego. At the end of the day, we killing people because of a bruised, a scarred ego.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got Young Dolph's wife pretty much holding everybody accountable. Right? And you gotta love to see this, man, just because she's simply saying, man, listen, the reason he is 6 feet under and he left his whole family behind is because of what he was involved in, right? I.e., you made a whole song about 100 shots. About somebody putting a hit out on your head, and which is a nice song, by the way. Somebody, freaking shot your truck up 100 times with you in it, right? But because it was bulletproof, you know what? Hey, you happen to survive. You're just pretty much antagonizing them. You're egging them on. Like, hey, man, look, I survived the first time. Cool, you survived the first time, but now we're here. And see, the biggest issue, right? The biggest thing is, and it hit me some years ago, which is why I think the way I think about this particular situation now. You would sit up here and, right, a lot of us, right, this is why I say you have a lot of strong pro-blacks, right? A lot of us will police brutality this, police brutality that, right? I have plenty of people, man, who got upset with me because I said, you know what, hey, somebody like Eric Gardner, somebody like Tyree Nichols, all of these people who unfortunately died due to, essentially police brutality, right? I said, hey, they could have avoided that situation. Right now, I can go into a whole video. I can go into all of that. But once again, it's gonna take a little time. But a lot of people got on me about that because, like I said, Tyree Nichols, Eric Garner, they could have avoided those situations, right? If they just simply listened, but they didn't want to. But we constantly hear that all the time. Oh, well, they police brutality this, police brutality that. But then, right, the biggest response that we tend to get, right, as a whole is, well, yeah, you're right. You're talking about police brutality, but we can sit over here and talk about that all day, but y'all cry about that and then go turn around and go delete each other. So what about black on black crime? You talk about police brutality, but what about black on black crime? And when they hit me with that, man, some years ago, I was like, damn. Well, I guess that does make sense. Man, that does make sense. Right, that does make sense, especially given the fact that a lot of these situations could have been avoided. I guess you do make some sense. So, like I said, man, when I sit here and when you actually think about it, man, it makes a lot of sense. How can we be hypocritical about that? How can you be that hypocritical? So the response and the rebuttal that people would get, right, that these people were getting when they're asking, what about black on black crime? Well, that's our culture. You don't need to worry about that. Why? Don't worry about your own culture. Well, worry about, always deflecting, right? Always deflecting, because that's pretty much the only response that we can give, right? That's the only response that we can give, right? We need to make some changes. Let's see what she has to say.
It's not even that serious. It's some rap at the end of the day. Dolph not here because of some rap. Somebody got mad. Or you know what? Let me not even, because I don't know the facts, because the facts are not just plainly clear. But if I were to guess based on the history of things, rap, bro, a song or two, some ego. No. Let's take that. Let's break that down even more. Ego. He not here because of ego. That's a spirit. If anybody just want to call a spade, it's a spirit. And he's not here because of some ego. And even if you say, well, he possessed the ego. At the end of the day, we killing people because of a bruised, a scarred ego? What is even, like, people get killed every day because you disrespected me. Nipsey Hussle not here because the old boy said he felt disrespected. You're taking a life because you feel disrespected. That's the weakest ever. What are you talking about? Go home and cry. Go home and cry. Go home, lay your head on the pillow and cry.
And that's what's up. You can only love the fact that she's sitting over here trying to hold everyone accountable. But see, here's the thing, man. Like I said, here's the thing. We gotta change. We gotta change this hypocritical behavior, right? Until we can actually address the situation. Until we can actually address that question. Well, what about black on black crime, bro? We can't really say we can't. Like I said, we can definitely complain about police brutality. Do not get me wrong. Definitely complain about that. But don't be hypocritical about it. Like I said, don't be hypocritical about it. Don't sit over here and say, well, police brutality, but then you're sitting over here hyping up Krishan Rock, punching on people, fighting Blueface. You know, you're sitting over here, man, you know, encouraging other people, man, to freaking fight and shoot somebody just because they looked at them wrong. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, that's literally what we do. I think, man, black folk, I mean, let's just be real. The black community is one instigating ass community. We are some instigating ass people. Let's be honest, right? Y'all let me know down below, what is your response to somebody saying, well, what about black on black crime, when you're sitting over here yelling out, hey, well, police brutality this, police brutality that. What is your response to that? What is your response to somebody saying, hey, well, okay, you're talking about police brutality, but what about black on black crime, right? Because here's what's not going to cut it. Well, you know what? Hey, well, that's our community. We need to worry about your own community. Well, you know what? Hey, yeah, we got some dysfunctions, but hey, we're trying to work on it. Now, one thing I will say, right? One thing I will say, and we are definitely working on it. That's why I will say we are working on it. We are working on it. Given the fact that since 2006, incarceration rate for black men has dropped by 34%. Right. So once again, we're making a change, and I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that 34% includes a lot of guys who, I don't know, were a part of a gang or into a lot of BS, right? So, given the fact, or guys who are saying, hey, well, you know what, hey, I don't even want to deal with that. I don't even want to deal with that type of lifestyle. So let me go ahead and move on. You have a lot of options to stay away from that type of lifestyle, which is why the 34%, which is why incarceration rate is continuing to decrease, because a lot of black men are saying, well, you know, we need to keep our head on straight and let's make something out of ourselves, right? At the end of the day, that's all we are on the earth for, is to make something out of ourselves. So y'all doing me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.